Hi, it's Alaska Granny. It's cold outside. It's time to spend a little bit of time each day going through my shelves, my pantries, my cabinets, clearing out, organizing, doing a little bit every day so that I know what I have and where it is, and that it's useful and ready to be used if I need it. Today I found a can of Progresso soup. You can see the date on the bottom is to use by 2017. Well, it's the very end of 2022, so I think it's time that I use this can. How do I know that it's still going to be okay? Well, I'm going to look it over. I can see that the lid looks intact, the bottom is intact, there's nothing leaking, greasy, bulging. The ends should both be concave. They should be caved in. If anything is bulging out, throw it away. You can see it also has a pop top, the pull ring, and it's intact as well. I've had people say, don't buy these, they don't last as long. Sometimes we don't have a choice, and I have never had one that popped because of that type of lid. So that's never been a problem for me. Maybe you've had trouble with the pull top lids, but I never have. That's never been an issue. So I'm not concerned with storing them with the pull tops. But you can definitely tell that this can is sturdier than the ones that you can buy today. The cans we're buying in the store today, they get dented before you even get them home. They're definitely a poorer quality of metal, and they're not as thick, they're not as strong, and so that could be a factor in why food may not last as long as we would like. So now I'm going to go ahead and open this can and make sure that everything looks okay, and if it does, then I'm going to heat it up and cook it. This is a light chicken and cheese enchilada flavor, and because it's light, it only has 90 calories per serving, and there are 2 servings per container, which means this whole can only has 180 calories. So if you don't want to eat a lot, that's a good thing to know, but if you're planning on having a can of soup for an entire meal, then you need to figure out how to get enough extra calories to go with it so that in an emergency you still have enough food. One of my favorite gadgets is this new can opener. It looks like a hook, and it's designed for the pull tab pop top cans. You insert the point and it lifts up the ring, and then there's a little notch here that pulls on the lid, and then you can open it completely up. I think this is great. I don't have very strong hands, and I have had problems opening up some of these just pull tab top cans, and so this is something that I have really been enjoying. And it might be a can opener that you want to get as well. Okay, let's go ahead and open up this can and see how the contents have survived. They're 5 extra years past the best by date. Nothing spurted, nothing looks weird, it doesn't smell funny, everything looks as it should. So I'm going to go ahead and heat this up and see how it tastes. Remember, the date is a best by, use by, sell by date, not an expiration date. But it can be, so you always want to examine your food so that you know if it's still going to be okay to eat. My soup is all heated through. It smells really good. It's creamier than I thought it was going to be. For a light soup, I thought it was going to be more brothy. It's got a little zippy kick to it, and it almost has a little smoky flavor. It's good. It's very good. Storing it for a long time didn't hurt it, but it could. So buy the foods that you actually enjoy eating, rotate them, and then replace them so that you continue to have an adequate amount of food. If you wanted a can of soup to be a bigger meal, you could pour it over rice, you could pour it over mashed potatoes or noodles. This one might be good with a quesadilla or a bean burrito on the side if you wanted a bigger, better, more filling meal. Stock up on the foods that you enjoy eating and continue to build your stockpile until you have just as much as you can, because the future is uncertain. We don't know what's coming, but the cost of food is going up. So even if nothing bad ever happens, you're going to save money because you stocked up when food costs less. If you enjoyed my video, I hope you'll share it with someone else you think might like it. Please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel.